What's up guys, Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we're going to do something I've been wanting to do for quite a while, and that is going to be an ultimate beginner's guide to Idle Heroes. We're going to be doing a quick overview of every game mode, give you some recommendations, get you started on the right foot in case you're new to the game, and hopefully help you progress fast. So let's jump right into it. So let's start off. First thing first, we're going to go through each mode, give a brief example, and then I'll let you know if we do have a more in-depth guide on that one specific game mode. But of course, the easiest and most common one in just about every gacha idle game out there is going to be the campaign. So this is where you're going to log in, claim your daily loot, your gold, your spirit, your experience, all these things you need to level up your heroes and make them stronger, as well as progress in campaign. So unlike a lot of games, campaign is actually gated by your level. We'll show you right here. We jump into a combat, we jump into battle, you put your team in, make sure you assign your monster, which we'll go over to those a little bit later, and then you will fight the combat. So overall, compared to a lot of other games, campaign is very easy. It's very basic, very simple. There is not much to it. I know a lot of games out there, it's probably the one thing holding your progress back the most is how far you can get in campaign. Well, in this game, you progress as far as your level goes, and you can see right up here at the medal, you can see what level everybody is and what level they get stuck on. But again, that is based on your player level, not the power of your team. So you're going to want to just jump in here, make sure you're doing all your daily progress. If you level up, get through more campaign levels, because of course the higher the campaign level, the increased loot you will provide, or they will provide you every 5 seconds. That is really good. There are multiple different difficulties. There are different planets, lands, whatever you want to call them. You progress through them. Again, as you go further and further, you get more and more. There is a strategy for idling. So of course, when you take a look at what you get as far as stage output, you can see right here what you get. Lower difficulties will have lower loot, but there's one thing that you'll notice here, and that is on every stage 5, 10, essentially every multiple of 5, you'll also get better loot. You will have a chance at all gear pieces, plus you'll have a chance at 5-star hero shards. So it's really good to make sure when you are done beating all your levels, come back to a stage 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever it is, and park yourself there to collect loot. Now, the one place you will be summoning all your heroes is the summoning circle. Basic summons are not great. They can give you anywhere between 1 and 5-star heroes. There is a very small chance to get good heroes. So you do get free ones, I believe, every 8 hours. Yep. You can do bulk summons as well, 10 at a time. And they're not that great. So basic summons, they're you won't find many ways in the game to get them. Usually we stay away from them. It's very rare that you actually get even a 5-star food hero from it. Take it with a grain of salt. Friendship summons you're going to get from daily logins and sending hearts and getting hearts from friends. Now these you can get anywhere between 2-star and 5-star heroes with a higher chance of getting 3, 4, and 5 stars. They're actually not that bad. You can hold up to 1,000 of these before you cannot collect anymore. And of course, you can do a big group of summons. Heroic summons are going to be the best type of summons in the game as far as scrolls go. There's multiple other ways to summon heroes, but scrolls, this is the best version of it. Early game, you will get 40 free scrolls with a CD key once you get past chapter 3-10. I highly recommend you use those scrolls when a heroic summoning event comes around. If you want to know what the schedule is for events and the rotation, there is a video on the channel that talks about the event rotation from last year. Take a look at that. It tells you what you want to save up, how you want to save up for it, but mainly these are ones you want to save for events. A lot of games you just summon whenever you want. In Idle Heroes, you want to make sure you're holding them and saving them for full completions. Now, early game, if you do not have an E5 hero just yet, you're working on your first big hero, what you're going to want to do is try to use these on heroic summoning events, but just using as many as you can. The food that you get from these are going to help you progress so much faster than if you were to save them for big events. You want to focus on progressing. Now you'll also notice there's this purple summon bar up here. This will be active once you get VIP 3. I believe it's about 20 USD to get to VIP 3. But once you do, it will be an extra energy bar to summon 5-star heroes out of. It's a lot of food that you can get, is very good. But again, you have to be a spender. If you are free to play, you will never be able to get the energy from this up here. If you're wondering what the drop rates are for heroes, you can always hit the exclamation point up here and check out the drop rates for all the heroes. One thing you can do is if you run out of scrolls, you can purchase more scrolls by hitting the 10 scroll button. It's very, very expensive and not a good deal, so please stay away from it. Next up, we are going to move over to the creation circle. So this is where you're going to take all your heroes and you're going to upgrade them. You can take all your 4 and 3 stars, fuse them up to 5 stars, and then of course, fuse them up to 6 star and then start leveling your heroes up. That's what you're going to do here. In the altar is where you're going to be getting rid of all of them. So if you hit the smart button over here on the left hand side, it will auto put heroes in. Make sure you're not getting rid of anything 4-star or higher. Getting rid of 2 stars and even 3 stars on occasion is perfectly fine. But this is mainly to free up your bag space. There is also a store in this top corner. So as you notice, when we got rid of heroes, I'll show you right here. When you disassemble heroes, you will get spirit, you'll get promotion stones, and you'll get these soul stones. Soul stones are used in the store. During special events, you'll be able to purchase special heroes at an increased cost. Usually I say try to stay away from buying any of the normal stuff and keep saving up for these because these are usually the best heroes that in the game that come out. So again, save them until you have at least 6,000 to 7,000. And then when a heroic summoning event comes around, you can get a better hero. Gate of the Void right here, we are going to completely bypass. This is for once you have an E5 hero, and we have a completely separate guide on this. This is nothing new players should even worry about. It's after you get an E5 hero, that's when you can actually unlock it. If you're wondering how you level an E5, again, we have a video on this channel that tells you how to level to E5 and what the best method is. One of the best things for early game is going to be Celestial Island. So this is a place where you can go on expeditions, adventures, get auto loot just like in campaign. It's very good to focus on. So you have your main watchtower. This is going to be leveled up, and this is going to tell you how many of these little statue plots you'll have, as well as what you can do in your expedition and adventure. Make sure you level up the gold mines first. This is going to be an insanely good way to get gold early game, as well as gems, because hey, you can get up to 100 gems a day per each mine, 200 extra gems. That's going to help you progress quite a bit. These ones over here, you'll see these darker ones. There's also 3 more on the left side that we just haven't opened up yet. These are going to be what you get from your adventure. Don't worry about these right now. We'll come back to those in 1 minute. And then in the middle, we have a forge. If you have excess of these and you have your whole island maxed out, you can, of course, use the resources generated by these game modes to basically make other resources in this game, including space gems that increase your max hero capacity in your bag, which is really good. Expedition is very important to do early game. You'll notice sometimes you have these little chests here. They basically just have extra free loot in them. You have the ability to smash all the islands at once. They will give you a lump sum of rewards. And then you also have a boss node, Nest of the Void. You'll get more of these enemies as you level up back on your main island, this watchtower, as you see right here. Celestial Islands, it'll tell you how many you have. As you get more and more, you'll get more resources. And then you have Nest of the Void. Typically, you want to just see if you can beat it 1 or 2 times by yourself. If for some reason you leveled your watchtower up too fast and the enemy is too strong here, you can do assist battles that will help essentially give you progress. So if for some reason you're battling, you're smashing on this, you can't beat it within all your tickets, you can use that assist button, which is really good. So next up, we are going to go in adventure. Adventure, I think, unlocks at watchtower level 5, somewhere in that area. When you get to the adventure, this is going to be where you can generate a lot of really good food. You can get little puppets, which are essentially just dummies that you can throw in instead of actually building a 6-star hero. You can use a dummy to feed to another hero to make them stronger. You're going to get tons of resources, and you do gain energy, stamina, I believe, once every 3 hours. So you're going to have to come in here a couple times a day, do your explorations, see what pops up, get your rewards. If you want to know what all the events do, you can go to the event gallery here. Just a quick thing here, you'll notice there's a little hammer icon. Basically, you want to keep your durability over 80 for maximum speed. If you want more information about this, because this is a very important part of progress early game, go check out the video on the channel for that as well. We have another video that has the whole Celestial Island breakdown, recommendations, and how to best go through it. Now up the top here, you'll see gold up here. Every day you'll get a free gold redemption in the Hand of Midas. Unless you are a late game account, never buy the gem purchases up here, because it scales based on your character's level. The higher level, the more loot you get. Typically it's only end game whales and really late game players that will be purchasing this. Everybody else should stay away. You will have a daily check-in every day. Jump in here, get some rewards. The first month are the best rewards, and then you'll see it going back down to this quality right here. You will have your daily login for 100 gems. This used to be an add button. You can't see it. You see my mouse right below me? It's like right here. There's a gem button you click on. That is where you're going to claim 100 gems a day, just given to you perfectly free. You can go into your avatar and you can actually change what your skin avatar looks like. You can change your avatar frame, which frames will come later in the game where you'll get bonus stats. Nothing to worry about early game. And then of course you'll have your VIP badge. This will tell you what your VIP benefits are and what you're getting. So that's something you can check out as well. You do have chat, world chat, guild chat, and recruitment. You can always hide those channels if you don't want to, including your VIP level. You have your mail here. This is where you're going to get your daily mails, any bonuses that you get. And then you'll see the second envelope here. This is going to be player mail if somebody else on your friends list sends you a mail. Next up, this one's pretty big. This is the friends list. You can have up to 50 friends, and you can claim and send all of these hearts right here, 30 a day. So you can get 30 of these hearts every single day. If you need to add people, you can find them here. People who have requested here. And then this one, the Lost Underground, is really important. So early game, you're going to be able to jump into these stages and fight these based on the power of your friends list. So if you have more powerful friends, you'll be able to hit higher stages. If you have very weak friends, it'll be lower. But you'll notice the resources that you generate get better and better as you go up through the stages, all the way up to 100 gems and some other rewards. You can do this twice a day, so make sure you do stage 5 twice. Don't just do quick explore twice, because it'll put one on stage 5 and one on stage 4, or 3 and 2, like that. You can do it twice. You just have to log in twice to do the same stage 2 different times. On the left side, the smiley face will be your support. If you ever have any problems, you can jump in there. You have the profit tree on the left side. So the profit tree is one of the other great ways to summon. There are 2 different currencies here. One are profit orbs and one are profit branches. So you'll notice there are the main 4 factions here. You got Abyss, Shadow, Fortress, and Forest, as well as Light and Dark combined together. You can summon for these using your profit orbs. I highly recommend you do not do this outside of the special profit orb events. That's where you'll get the best bang for your buck. And then also you have replacements. Replacements let you put 4 and 5 star heroes in this list here and upgrade, or not upgrade them, but have a chance to get a different hero. It costs 100 branches per. You hit the button, you hit cancel. If you don't want it, you hit save if you want to keep the hero. Sadly, we just got field twice in a row, but if you do hit save, it will transfer it into that new hero. This is where you can get the very good hero copies in the game, although it's a very low chance. Now, the Tavern as free to play, you'll be getting quests every single day, up to 5. As you go up in VIP, you'll notice I have an 11 here. I get 11 quests per day by doing it. These are going to be just base quests that you're going to want to do every single day. Anything 4-star above you want to keep. Anything 3-star above that is gems, you definitely want to keep. I'll do a couple here so you can see. These are scrolls you get through different game modes. But typically, like I said, 3-star and above quests that have gems are good, and then all others that are 4 and above are good as well. If you don't like the quest, what you want to do is hit this refresh button down here for gems and keep re-rolling until you find at least 3-star gems or better. Now, sometimes it feels like it doesn't work out, but you are going to want to do this to complete your monthly quest, which we'll go over later in this video. Get those done, claim 2 of these a day to get bonus rewards in your dailies, and you are good to go. There are some tricks to Tavern as well to get the really difficult 7-star quest. Again, you can look that up, guaranteed 7-star quest, right on this channel, and it'll tell you exactly what you need. Next up is going to be the marketplace. So this is where you're going to buy daily things. It refreshes daily automatically. You cannot force reset it. And this is where you're going to get a lot of the event currency. Early game, one of the best things you can purchase are a profit orb daily, especially if you get the monthly privilege packages. If you're free to play, you probably want to still buy these, but it gets very difficult because you only get X number of gems per day. I think early game it's like 1,500 gems per day. Profit orbs are one of the best ones to go for if you're earlier game. Once you get an E5, you'll get this Core of Transcendence unlocked, and that is pretty much the new premium currency for summoning. But again, that is only for after you have an E5. You are going to want to try to buy arena tickets daily because that is going to be your PvP, and there's daily quests tied to that as well. You want to buy up all of these 3 stars if you can afford to with your gold. These 3 stars you're going to need for fusions. You don't get enough 3 stars in the regular game modes to get what you want. And then also you can grab a 4-star for 1.5 billion gold. This one is really good. Once you get a little further in the game and you're making a little more gold, early game, this one is going to be very, very difficult to buy. Everything else in the shop you should pretty much stay away from. They're not really worth the value for the average player, especially beginners. If you want to, you can buy some regular scrolls, basic summoning scrolls, but I really don't recommend it. Moving on over, we have the Wishing Fountain. So at first, you will not have this unlocked. It will unlock after a few chapters in. You have regular Wishing Fountain and Super Wishing Fountain. So regular Wishing Fountain, you're going to want to do 2 spins a day. Once you get to a certain VIP level, you get to spin 8 times. Or you get to spend 10 times with only 8 of the coins counting. That helps. You want to really aim for getting these 4 stars early game. You can refresh the wheel and get them back and then keep on spinning. Again, wishing coins you don't want to use outside of the special events for wishing coins. There's also a lucky store here where you can buy gear, hero copies, things like that, but it's usually just food heroes that you don't normally want to build. We already talked about Summoning Circle. Arena is where all the PvP is going to happen. So there's 4 different modes. Crystal Crown is your basic team setup where you have 6 heroes on your team and you're just fighting 1 line versus 1 line. When you go to the Trial of Champion, it is a 10 on 10 battle, or sorry, 16 on 16, 12 on 12 battle. I'll get it one of these times, guys. This one is opened only on weekends, so make sure you participate. At least join it. Even if you don't battle, you'll get free rewards. In Free Team Up Arena, this one happens every Monday to Thursday. This one, it doesn't cost you a thing to battle or enter, but you have to join a team of 2 other players, and you fight other teams 3 versus 3. Interdimensional Arena is the last one. It runs all month. This one is mainly for those who are much more stronger and it can fill out multiple lines. It goes anywhere between 1 lineup versus 1 lineup to 5 lineups versus 5 lineups. So if you want more information about that, check it out, but it's not something to focus on as an early game player. Moving on over, we have Brave Trial. This is essentially a PvP mode that has 2 modes, day mode and night mode. You want to try to battle through these because they are tied to monthly events. Plus, they give you chances when you get to night 15 to get these chests. You can get level 3 chests and have good heroes in them. That is the biggest way. You want to save these dragon scales you get by fighting in this mode to get the hero copies you want. Again, we have another really great video on Brave Trial on the channel. So if you want more information on it, check that one out. Next up, we have Aspen Dungeon. This one takes a while to unlock, but this is 1 versus 1 to 4 combat. So you will be picking 1 hero at a time, up to 5 heroes on your team, but it's only 1 at a time that you'll fight through many different difficulties. This is really important in the later game because eventually what difficulty you pass will tell you what level your hero can get up to. You really want to focus on trying to get this done. But again, early game, it is very, very difficult. We have a lot of videos on Aspen Dungeon. If you're interested in that, check those out. Next up is Sealand, arguably the most important part of the game. You'll notice there are multiple different levels for every single faction. Some of them have 20 done because I already have them done. And then once you get 20 of 20, that is your ultimate goal. Finding a faction you can 20 of 20 immediately. Why is that? That is because you can see here, you will be getting 4-star shards and you'll be getting 5 free of these smashes every single day. That means a lot of food. And by progressing faster in Sealand means you have more food to build more heroes, which means you will progress faster. It's just a vicious cycle of awesomeness. So make sure you're building heroes that can get Sealand done first as your first hero. As you can see, as you battle through, you'll get bonus rewards as well, and then they go back down to lower numbers when you smash them versus challenging them. Challenging them is 6-on-5 combat. You will put your team in. You will assign your monster and you will battle to see if you can win. So it's pretty much early game. You're only going to be able to do that in one faction. If you want more information though, definitely check out the videos we have on the channel. We also have a little shop up the top right hand corner to buy elite heroes. These are some of the best heroes in the game, but they are random what you get. Next up, we're going to jump on over to Blacksmith. So Blacksmith you typically stay away from. Do not touch it as an early game player. Don't waste your gold. I know when I started the game, I upgraded so many of these, but the gold is very precious. Don't upgrade gear early game. Simple as that. This is an early game beginner guide. Don't upgrade gear here. Just don't. Don't. Stay away. Big ol' X on Blacksmith. Next up, Tower of Oblivion. So this is a tower that has 650 levels. You're going to smash through 6-on-6 combat. It's very much like PvP, but it is against the computer. But you'll get a lot of awesome resources to help level up your team. You'll get bonuses like profit orbs and wishing coins along the way. It's something really fun to experience in the early levels, and then it ramps up in difficulty a lot. So that's pretty much all the game modes, but we have a few more things to go over. Let's go to the right bar over here, Event Raid. So Event Raid unlocks based on what level you are, and as you level up, more of these tiers become available, and you want to challenge the highest difficulty you have. There is a very nice smash button that lets you hit all 3 of these different trials at the same time. The very, very big one is the Hero Challenge, this right-hand side, because again, you're getting 4-star shards, and that is food to build more heroes for more progress. So make sure you're doing that daily. If you are VIP, you can purchase additional attempts here. I would highly recommend it once you get to a higher difficulty. I'd say probably once you get to around difficulty 6 or higher, definitely start smashing and getting the extra purchases. You have achievements. Simple as that. Do certain things, get awesome rewards. They will throw a ton of gems at you early game, so make sure you're constantly claiming it. Quests, again, make sure you're doing this daily to get the bonus 100 gems. It's very much worth it to do everything here. Get it done. Settings is something interesting. So this is where you're going to change your servers. This is when you change your account, change your password if you need to. One big thing I do want to show is the number display. You can toggle between long numbers and abbreviated numbers, so make sure you take a second and do that if you want to. And then, of course, we have a couple other buttons. There's literally buttons everywhere in the game. And they slowly unlock, luckily. They don't give it to you all at the same time. Now, skins in this game actually do provide stats. So skins are semi-important. Not end-all be-all, but are very important to the game. Make sure you're getting them for the heroes you want. You can, of course, do skin fusion with the basic ones. Combine 5 of them together. You get upgraded limited skins. You'll notice these purple borders are limited. These are the basic skins. And then eventually you can combine more skins with your limited skin and make them legendary for more stats. Monsters are really important. We're not going to go too much into it, but early game monsters are one of the most powerful things to your account. Check out the video where we go over the tier list of monsters and tell you why they are so important, but it is going to be very, very important to level up monsters as soon as possible. Joining guilds are going to be really important as well. When you get into your territory, there's going to be guild raid bosses where you fight to get resources like guild coins and gold. Guild coins are very important because of guild tech. Again, we have a separate video about guild tech specifically talking about it. You want to focus on one tree at a time based on what class your main hero is. Get it leveled up and power up your hero. Besides that, the only other thing you need to worry about is the mill. The mill is where you're going to get essentially daily quests to get guild coins. Definitely do that all the time. Guild War is a little bit further down the road for most people. Same with Flame Shrine. stay away from the store, as you've seen on this account. Don't touch the store at all. You have your hero bag. This is all your miscellaneous resources here. You will have all your hero shards in the second tab. The third tab is all your artifacts, and the fourth tab is all your gear. And as you can see, as you go up in quality, it goes up to stronger and stronger artifacts and gear and everything else. So that's kind of the tier system they have. Orange is one of the best. Pink is the best right now. That is something to be sure of. And then, of course, you have your hero list. You've probably seen this a bunch. Not going to go over it much. Your VIP level and the amount of times you purchase this right here tells you how much bag space you have. Break it down into factions. If you don't have heroes, you can check out the second tab here and see every hero in the game. Now, there's two things that we have to cover, the last two here. Privilege. Privilege is where you're going to be able to get a monthly or weekly or quarterly subscription to get more auto battle loot. If you're very serious about the game, I highly recommend doing this. The senior privilege card is one of the best deals out there. The privilege card is an okay deal, but of course they have some side bonuses where you get extra Sealand smashes, more materials, things like that. Something to consider. And lastly is the Diamond Fund. I highly recommend if you want to spend a little on the game. The Diamond Fund is where it's at. You will get so many diamonds. It is crazy. They just reworked it. You basically forever get more and more diamonds, so definitely consider it. Now, there's two icons on the top right that you really won't pay attention to right now. You'll see the two Spring Festival, New Year's. That's special events. Special events will have extra icons if they have extra things going on. So for now, we're not going to go over them, but cool events is what we are. Limit events is going to show you all the weekly events. So these are the events that last 1 to 2 weeks. You can go into each one to figure out what they do. Move on from there. Monthly events. These are going to be your quests. These are the things you want to complete that we've been talking about. Fighters competition, you do in certain PvP battles. Completing quests will get you bonus rewards. Doing fusions and making more heroes will get you broken spaces, gets you even more. And Brave Trial has checkpoints. So definitely get your monthlies done every single month. Cool events is one you probably won't touch really. These are just not bonus, extra packages you can purchase in the game. Typically, as a new player, you kind of want to stay away from them, except for maybe something like if you want a Fortress Puppet dummy, feed off. Besides that, I would typically stay away from these. And you will not see Transcendence until you have your first E5. These are very expensive packs, but have some of the best loot in the game. And then finally, this last tab over here is going to be the event preview for the following week's event. So if you ever want to know what's coming up, you can see it here every single week. The other last icon we're going to talk about in this game is the Relic Shop. Relic Shops are really good for these limited time glorious boost artifacts. These are the pay to win artifacts in the game. These are some of the most powerful in the game. Don't want to buy hero copies here. Just trust me. Unless you're building like you see on the free to play account, we're building an Inosuke first. That's okay to buy copies for your first E5. After you build an E5 hero, do not buy hero copies. Definitely do not buy skins, and definitely do not buy any of the artifacts in the crystal ball section. It is not worth it. Only one really worth it are the pay to win artifacts. So hopefully that helped you guys out. If you have any questions, drop them down below. I will try to answer them as much as possible. But hopefully that's a good overview and a good starting point for the game. Again, every single one of these modes, you can pretty much find a guide on this channel. I'll try to find a bunch of them and throw them in the links in the description as well, so you can go right to them and not have to search. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for more content. I'll see you guys next time.